Okay, we are live now.
Good evening, members of the public, staff, and my fellow commissioners, and welcome to this November 10th, 2021 regular meeting of the Palo Alto Planning and Transportation Commission. I'd like to welcome our new, I'm not sure of the title, but PTC clerk who's going to facilitate our meetings, Medina Kucheva, who has worked with us in the past, is now taking over full time. And so I want to welcome you. We're all looking forward to working with you in your new role.
Thank you so much.
So let's start by rolling the tape, Ms. Kucheva.
I think there may be an issue with sound.
Oh, you cannot hear my sound?
No.
Cannot.
Okay, sorry for that. Thank you for letting me know. Let me reshare quickly. Scene.
For written communication.
How about now?
We could hear that for a moment.
But we
Okay,
couldn't
good,
see
good,
it, so
good.
I think you might need to toggle back to the
For
video.
written communications,
screen.
please send an email to planning.commission.
What we see, Medina, is the Media Center website. So I think you may want to toggle back to the video page.
Thank you, sorry.
At City of Palo Alto. For written communications, please send an email to planning.commission@cityofpaloalto.org. Spoken comments using a computer will be accepted through the Zoom teleconference meeting. To address the commission, go to zoom.us/join. Meeting ID is 916-4155-9499. You will be asked to enter an email address and name. We request that you identify yourself by name, as this will be visible online and will be used to notify you that it is your turn to speak. When you wish to speak on an agenda item, click on Raise Hand. The moderator will activate and unmute your speakers in turn. When called, please limit your remarks to the time limit allotted. A timer will be shown on the computer to help keep track of your time. Spoken public comments using a smartphone will be accepted through a Zoom teleconference meeting. To address the commission, download the Zoom application onto your phone from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and enter the meeting ID 916-4155-9499. Please follow steps A through D. Spoken public comments using a regular phone, call 1-669-900-6833 and enter meeting ID 916-4155-9499. When you wish to speak on an agenda item, hit *9 on your phone so we know that you wish to speak. You will be asked to provide your first and last name before addressing the board. You will be advised how long you have to speak. When called, please limit your remarks to the agenda item and the time limit allotted. For written communications,
Ms. Tanner and Ms. Kucheva, let me call the roll, and then we may have a technology issue to solve. Let's start by calling the roll, though.
Okay. Chair Heckman,
Present.
Vice Chair Ruparvar,
Present.
Commissioner Alchek,
Present.
Commissioner Chang,
Present.
Commissioner Lawing,
Present.
Commissioner Suma,
Present.
Commissioner Templeton.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. So the technology issue that we may have is on our published meeting agenda. The Zoom meeting ID may not match, does not match the Zoom meeting ID that we're seeing on our screen now. And that may mean that some people interested in joining this meeting are not able to do that.
So perhaps what we can do, Medina, could you stop sharing your screen, take it down and make sure that the Zoom ID is correct? I'm not sure if the packet is right or if the screen is correct.
If I may, the packet is
Correct.
not correct. The one we're in is the one on the screen.
Okay, so
So we have 6 people who were able to join from the public, I see, and I assume that my screen here is incorrect.
I think that what Church or Commissioner Templeton just said is the screen is correct.
Oh.
And that is the meeting we're in, but the one in the packet that was printed is not correct. Does
I
not
mean, there's
match.
actually 2 different numbers printed in the packet. So on our cover, there's one meeting ID with the agenda.
Mhm.
And then in the packet, under city official reports, there's, I think it would be packet page, well, I don't know, I can't see the packet page, but maybe packet page 2 or 4, I'm not sure. At the bottom of it, there's a different meeting ID that matches the one that's on our screen right now. So there's probably 2 locations with 2 different meeting IDs.
Okay, so I went to the Zoom app account right now, and I see that the meeting ID on the screen is correct.
Right.
Then the one on the packet, the pages that you specified are incorrect. This is a correct meeting ID.
Right. And so
Let- Let's see.
yeah, and the second number, the second time it's printed, it's correct. The first time is on the agenda page is the incorrect one. Okay, well, maybe I think that I haven't actually had to run into this issue before. So
May I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
If somebody, Scrappy made a version of this slide that's that they can then project to the other meeting. So if anyone logs in, we can have a version of this slide that says, you know,
On the other
Encour-
meeting to go to the.
please go to this meeting, and they just leave it up and screen sharing just that slide, it might be sufficient. But I don't know if that, I don't know. That's something we may need our council to advise us on.
If I may, a member of the public just said the wrong ID is for the ARB Zoom account. I don't know if that helps at all.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so it's the ARP's regular meeting.
Yeah.
number. Okay, so I think that's a really good idea, Commissioner Templeton. I'm just thinking what I could do, Medina, is log into my personal laptop. Well, I have to have the login though. Maybe if we could have a moment, I can.
I can do that. I can right now log in.
Phone just to kind of
Yeah, what I can do is
at the same time.
yeah, that's a good idea. What I will do, I'll log in through my second laptop to the meeting ID here that is listed incorrectly, and then notify people.
That's
I think we
incorrect.
lost you. I think we lost your voice, Medina. I think, yeah, what I think she's going to do is log in there, Commissioner Suma, and then have the screen up. So if anybody does log into that, it will show that they should be redirected to this meeting.
Yeah.
ID.
Yeah, and I will also post a slide as well, a presentation that if they are using this link, this joining information here that, but they need to, which one they need to use basically to join today's meeting. Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that.
So I think that should be sufficient for Brown Act purposes, given the way that this technology works. But let's take a recess until we're sure that that is up.
Okay,
All right, let's do that. Stand by, everyone.
thank you.
I will let everybody know when I'm done.
Sorry for that delay, PTC members and members of the public. I do want to just share that unfortunately our technology is limited in that we're not able to have 2 Zoom meetings running at the same time. And so we're not able to redirect folks to this Zoom meeting room. Unfortunately, because of the error that we have, we don't think it's good to proceed with the meeting with the incorrect meeting ID having been posted at the top of the agenda. And not being able to direct folks to the proper location, even though it's a digital location. And though we do have quorum and a full agenda, I do think that it would be advisable to, Albert, I don't know if it would be just to continue this meeting and if we need a vote to do that. But that would be what we would advise. And I do apologize for.
Couldn't we just go to
oversight on my part?
Couldn't we just go to the other room?
We could if the other 2 meetings hadn't been posted. So I think that's part of the challenge is that there's two different locations posted in different parts of the agenda and possibly even on the city calendar. We'd have to check that. And so if folks were to go to the mistaken room, they wouldn't necessarily be able to find their way here. We can't be sure of that.
Right. And if we all went there, people who logged on in 10 minutes to this one wouldn't necessarily be able to find us either.
Let me just add another piece of information to fold in, and that is during this delay, I went to the city's website to the link that allows you to join this meeting. And on that page of the city's website, which has the join Zoom meeting button, the correct ID is listed. So it's incorrect. As near as I can tell, it's only incorrect on the agenda, which I'm not discounting the importance of that, because the other way you might get to this meeting on the city's website is if you go to the PTC page and click on the packet, then that will pull up the agenda that has the incorrect information. So it is a distinct possibility that there are people who would like to be at this meeting, members of the public who can't figure out how to join.
So given that, Albert, do we need a vote to continue in this type of manner? Since we did open the meeting, we did take roll, we did convene it. And so we might want the minutes to reflect that it was also, these items were continued and that the meeting was adjourned.
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
Okay. And if the commission would like, we could just simply continue the items to a date uncertain, and then I can work to shuffle the schedules, and especially with our applicant to make sure that they're available for the future dates. Since holidays are coming up, we would want to make sure that that's something that they could do. I would note that one of the things we are planning, and I'm sorry we didn't close the loop on this, is to have 2 meetings in December. We did take that question of whether or not there was quorum for, I believe it was the 15th of
Yes.
December. And so we will have those 2 meetings. So between those 2, we'll try to redistribute these items to make sure that they can be taken up. Again, apologize for this error.
To clarify, Mr. Yang, the appropriate way forward would be a motion to continue each of the 5 agenda items on tonight's agenda to dates uncertain.
I think frankly, it would be acceptable just to adjourn the meeting since it wasn't noticed properly. I'm not sure really anything that we do is is necessarily, a proper action.
Robert's rules don't contemplate this particular scenario.
We didn't get to this century, I don't think.
Right. So to our members of the public, let me just apologize for the delay. I see 15 of you in attendance, and we greatly appreciate those of you who've come in, and we don't want to lose your thoughts or comments. And so I'd encourage you to join us at our next couple of meetings when Each of these items will appear on one or the other of those agendas on December 8th or December 15th. And with that, I will adjourn tonight's meeting. Oh, Commissioner Lowing, I see your hand. You're muted.
It's just a question that's not city business at this point. You have forecast Castellea for the 8th. Is that definite, or will that be part of your recombining of these agenda items?
That will likely remain. I would hesitate. I'll either put something onto that, maybe a brief item with that item, and then put some of the others on the 15th. But I'll need to take a look at what we had planned.
Okay, thank you.
Flexibility, the key trait for these days.
Commissioner Suma.
So since I have been absent, can I just, are all the dates on our schedule on packet page 6 correct, but then we've added the joint meeting on December 15th? Is that? No,
Joint meeting on November 15th.
November
Council.
15th, right.
I guess
And
in some
then,
ways, council's added us to their agenda and then adding the 15th of December as a meeting. Yeah.
okay, so we're adding 15th of December. Okay, thank you
Yes.
for clarifying.
Yes. Other than that, they are. all correct.
The joint session, is it a meeting or is it a like a learning seminar?
It is a meeting, so it's a city council meeting, it's a study session. And I think in some ways, though, it is very much a study session. So emphasis on the studying, and the hope is that all three bodies would be able to get the same information to, as we're imminently beginning work on taking up those standards for wireless again. So we want to make sure that there's kind of a level set on catching up the timeline on wireless activity.
All right, seeing no more commissioner hands, I will adjourn this meeting. We'll see people on December 8th. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all.